Hi everybody, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Poland and my second street food safari. My first attempt at doing a street food safari was done in Germany and it was an overwhelming success. It was actually the highlight of my visit to Germany. If you haven't seen that video, there is a link below. What is a street food safari? Well, this is where I try to hunt down the big five street foods of a country. So I'm here for a week in Poland. Wish me luck. I'd also like to take this opportunity to apologise to any Polish speakers about the way I pronounce things. I cannot speak Polish, as you'll understand very shortly. I've tried a few terms and expressions at my local Polish shop in Paisley, and they look at me as if I'm either speaking Swahili or they have a full-blown conversation in Polish to me, and it all goes right over my head. I think we've just found our first street food, pierogi. One gone, four to go. Pierogi, which are effectively dumplings with a variety of fillings. I particularly like the fishy one for some reason, that really was quite tangy. 8 pierogi cost just over 10 zloty, just over £1. I couldn't believe how cheap they were. I thought I had the conversion rate wrong, but no, you got charged based on the weight of your selection from the buffet. I also have noticed there's a lot of kebab shops here, but I don't think they qualify as a Polish street food. I've just found number 2 on my list, zapiekanka. Well, I must say guys, that was delicious. The coffee went down well as well. I really need food and I need a coffee or a tea to get my day going. Okay, I have 2 out of the 5 already under my belt. I'm scouring the streets of Gdansk. I'm on the lookout for another one. This is my hotel for the night, and tomorrow morning they do a buffet breakfast. It starts at 7:30, so I hope to see you there. I'm hoping they do more than just your bacon and eggs, sausages, fruit and cereals. I'm hoping they do some authentic Polish cuisine. One way to find out, I'll see you at the buffet table. That was a beautiful hotel and the breakfast was delicious, but nothing remotely traditionally Polish. I think it caters entirely for the German senior citizen market, and so the breakfast was equipped for the German palate. Loads of rye breads, lots of hams, cheeses, cabanossi, that kind of stuff, but nothing really you could say Polish. So we failed there, but it's still early days. I still think we're going to cross all 5 off our street food list. the gofri, the Polish waffle, and in particular a Nutella version. The question isn't whether I'll enjoy this, the question is how much will I enjoy this. It's up there. You can't beat a Nutella waffle. Yeah. I've noticed those little shops that sell the gofris, the Polish waffles, not only do Nutella, but they do curry flavoured waffle. Not sure about that one. Must be a Polish thing. Donuts aren't on the top 5 street food list, but they are spoken of very highly, so I thought it would be rude not to try at least one. Look at the size of this thing. Very nutty. That was delicious. And I think the pigeons enjoyed it too. But that was one huge donut. It was the equivalent of about 60 pence. And I am stuffed. Man. I've just found the next street food to cross off my list. One thing which is on my list is rurke, and I haven't found it yet, but I did find it in a supermarket. Not quite the same thing. I'm imagining the real thing to be maybe the size of a cannoli. So I'm going to try this anyway. It's the nearest thing I've found to the real thing so far. Let's give it a shot. But I'm still going to look for the real thing though, don't worry. Yeah. Rurke. That isn't too bad actually. If that's an indicator as to what the fresh ones are like, I think I'm going to enjoy them. I really have to find out where I can buy some. Rurke. So sweet. Yes, I like. Three street foods in one morning and I'm absolutely stuffed. So that's 5 out of 5. The problem is you could visit 5 different websites and they will all agree on the top 3, but the other 2 will vary. And a lot depends on where you are in Poland, because a lot of these popular street foods are actually regional. So I haven't given up. There's still others on my list which I want to try and find as well. But I think I might wait because I think I'm going to burst. So what did I find in that supermarket? Firstly, you have to beware of old ladies in headscarves because they will just nudge their way into the queue. I bought myself some beer because after all these hotel rooms do get very warm at night, don't they? I also got myself some paprikash. I have bought this before from my local Polish shop in Paisley. It's a fish paste and it's made from fish, rice, tomato paste and vegetable oil. If you like fish, if you like paste, then that's for you. I don't think it's from Szczecin, but they've actually adopted it as kind of part of their local identity. And I thought it'd be right to buy some while I'm here. And finally, I couldn't resist it, pierniki, if that's how you pronounce it, pierniki. I'm trying to see where these are made. These are made in Poland, but I think these are originally Russian. And it must have been a good 10 years ago, my local co-op supermarket in Paisley, which no longer exists, was selling this stuff, and it was Russian, and I thought, let's try it, and I've been a fan of it ever since. And it is icing sugar covered gingerbread hearts, and these are delicious. Of course these aren't on the street food list, but I couldn't resist them. Let's head back to the hotel. I decided to buy 2 snacks from a very small but very busy convenience store in a little kind of tunnel underneath the road here, and I decided to buy exactly what the person before me bought. What could possibly go wrong? This one, and I apologise for the pronunciation, is a pancakes zemem. Once a bit deeper into this, I think it might be raspberry or strawberry. Probably strawberry, I think. Not sure if the orange zest on the top goes with the strawberry, but anyway, yeah, quite nice. And here we go with item number 2. Again, it's like a pastry of some sort, just with icing sugar on it. But this time it doesn't have the orange zest on the top. Well guys, my last meal on my last night here in Poland didn't quite go according to plan. I went for a little recce around here and I found one of these little stalls that was selling oszczypek, which is a smoked sheep's cheese, and that's on my list and I thought I must try that. But I went for a walk around the block just so I could make an informed decision, and when I came back, she'd shut up shop, and that was 6:30 at night. So obviously people do not eat ostrich after 6:30 at night. So I went across the road and went into one of these multi-story supermarket sort of places with a cinema. They had a kind of a food court, and it ended up in one of these places which charges you per gram. So you just pile the food on and you get charged at the end. To be honest, I did manage to get some pierogi, ground beef, and there was another one which had spicy pork and breaded chicken and schnitzel. So I had a bit of everything. What did I think of Polish food? Actually pretty good. I mean, some of the snacks, the sugary snacks they have are so sweet, my teeth were going ho ho. But some of the meaty products are actually very, very good indeed, and it was a bit of a surprise. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming on this culinary tour of the north of Poland. I appreciate your company. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because there will be more of these, and I'll see you next time.